listen to me, you son of a bitch. I'm gonna tell you the truth right freaking now. Listen to me, son of a bitch. Hear the truth from me. That's right.
Whoa, this thing is on, isn't it? Well, then I better get going with my points. I better start with it. Willie Colon has built an image around long live Viva Latin America, and all the Latinos and Hispanics in the United States. I'm fighting for you, and I'm your guy, and some songs that are kind of pandering, I guess I could say nowadays, to the community. And Puerto Ricans, dude, oh, my Puerto Rican identity. And now he goes on and supports Trump, the enemy of all Latin Americans, all Latinos around the world, even the ones who are just want to are not here yet, but are thinking about it. Trump is like, nah, I'm gonna make you afraid, dude. Don't come. Do not come. um, that's a shame. That's a shame. That's a damn shame. One of the other things that I wanted to say about this, not everybody agrees with Willie Colon, and this includes a few of his other, his fellow musicians and members of his band back in the day. One, his former backup singer, uh, Graciela Carriqui, who worked with them in the 80s. And then around the mid 80s, Willie Colon got rid of the all women chorus, which I liked. I mean, I wish I wish there was more of that in salsa music. It sounds great. It sounds great. And the second person who disagrees with this is Ruben Rodriguez, who I've met. I'm sure you know, because I post about it all the time. I talk about it all the time. It happened randomly. I was just interacting with some of the posts of Graciela, and I did, by surprise, she checked out my profile and liked a post that you're seeing on screen about how Willie Colon gives legitimacy to all of these people who want to feel more, what would you say, more white? They want to feel less Latino, less Hispanic, and they're like, don't call me don't call me Ricardo, call me Richie. That's sort of cliche. I'm an American. Okay, but first of all, look at you. Look at yourself. You're you're brown. And where are your parents from? Given, for example, Mexico, or Puerto Rican, but they try to hide their identity and that sort of thing. He gives legitimacy to all that. A lot of the comments you saw, especially around the 2016 election on Willie Colon's page, was like, "Yeah, man, illegals. This country is not yours. Get out of it. Get out." So, it's kind of this complex that a lot of legal immigrants, like people who just came here legally, have of superiority, and thinking that they're so much better than people who came here and they're undocumented, and they think they're so much better, and it's a lot of this internalized racism and xenophobia, and so they want to feel like, no, hey, I'm not that. Like my Dominican friend said, according to him, the way people discriminated against Haitians in Dominican Republic is like, even if they were black, it's like, hey, I'm not black. No, it's like, you're black. You're Haitian. I'm Dominican. That sort of thing. It's just it's delusion. delusion and hypocrisy. And that's what my post was about. And Graciela Carrie Key, former backup singer, chorus lady from Willie Colon's band in the 80s, liked on Instagram. The Ruben Rodriguez thing, you know, it was a deleted post, I believe. I never saw that post by Willie Colon. Keep in mind that he blocked me since like 2020, so I never saw what he said. All I saw, because in Instagram, he still has me on Instagram. uh, Apologies to Ruben Rodriguez. Yes, to his credit, he apologized publicly for saying whatever I said. You're one of the best bass players of the most recent decades. Credit where credit's due. But I know that Ruben Rodriguez is very much left leaning, supports, Kamala Harris and is anti Trump, just like me. So I do have to wonder what he said. And Willie Colon, he's also very mean. Like he's insulted people, cussed them out and called them like really obscene things that I'm not gonna repeat. Made fun of their names. That's usually, something that people go to, a move. So that is kind of what he did. So, and I've met Ruben Rodriguez at the concert where I met him, where he was playing the bass for La India. She even said when she was, introducing the musicians, she was like, "Hey, and Ruben Rodriguez, he is so great that he made Willie Colon apologize to him." And everybody clapped. It's like, yeah. I'm not sure if everybody knew what Willie Colon did. I mean, I were they watching the headlines? Were they aware? Are you aware? I don't know. Okay. So that's lovely. I wonder what other musicians, you know, people that have worked with Willie Colon's band, who a lot of them I do know, including the people that work for like booking and stuff. I don't want to name names, but I went to the concert, as you might know, like in 2023, and I went up to the stage and met a lot of them. Some of them are not, Willie Colon's not an immigrant. He was born here. His grandparents were Puerto Rican, not even his parents. So he's gotta have this, he doesn't know what it's like. Like I was born in Peru. I'm proud of it, and like so, like for example, some of his musicians and tons of his fans are people that were born, or even people that just live in Latin America. It's like and then they see you do this. They see you support Trump, and they're like, what the hell happened to my musical hero?
I was raised by my grandmother, and she was a very humble, decent woman, and she worked very hard. And I see her every time that I see like an immigrant being pushed around and whatnot. I see her. I see her face, and it's one of the things I think I care about, and I can do, so I do it.
And I for the longest time I was like, look, this happened in 2013, like where a lot of people were giving Willie Colon a hard time for making fun of Chavez and Maduro in Venezuela, and I didn't know much about politics in those days. I knew a little, but I was like, I was, and I knew a whole lot about Willie Colon and his music, and so I was like, you know what, all of these clueless things, like politically, I couldn't have defended this in a debate, but I was just like, don't be so hard on them. You're just, I want to go back to those messages and see what I think now. Um, I'm guessing because when people get a lot of backlash, they're social and they want to feel accepted, so they kind of, I'm guessing that pushed them a little bit to the right, and then from then on, he went on his 3 years later, 2016. All of the bigoted positions, all of the trying to distance themselves from undocumented immigrants. Just it was so it was it's confusing. He used to say, both of the options, Hillary and Trump, are bad. You know, I hate Hillary. Yeah, he did hate Hillary a whole lot, and it's like I'm just waiting for Trump to say something changes the way he talks about Latinos so that I could vote for him. So he seemed critical of him to what he is now. Just a blind follower. He just follows him. Whatever he says goes. And blinded by his bias. Couldn't defend Puerto Rico after those comments. And the Madison Square Garden, yeah. That event, that rally. Couldn't do that. Other people in the salsa industry, not just people on his band too. I want to see. There's this video that I'm not able to find, but maybe it's just gone down in the algorithm of Gilberto Santa Rosa, who I've seen live twice. He's saying that's where I get my I guess my slogan from. It's like, how could Willie Colon support the enemy of Latinos? Andy Montañez too. And that's why Venezuela came to my mind. Cause like Willie Colon said in a recent video, it's like Andy Montañez and I have differences. They're political, but I'm not here to talk politics. I'm just here to talk about music, because they're from the same era of music. So anyway, so I'm like, I want to hear Andy Montañez's opinions on politics. I want to hear his thoughts on politics. I bet I'd agree with everything. He seems like a leftist. But yeah, basically, Willie is somebody who's been listening to a lot of his side, and he's in a bubble. And that bubble is very isolated from other opinions. So, here I am, disappointed, looking at my CD and vinyl collection, all the money I spent on his music. What am I gonna do?